Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, Ireland's only answer to Harry Kane, bringing you the pre-match pump-up, where I'll be taking you through the starting lineups all the way through to the live watch-along with the two goats of Tottenham YouTube, which is Ben and Sim, where they'll be taking you through the match and all the way right through to the post-match fan show that many of us here love. I want to say a massive welcome to the Harris Army and the We Are Tottenham TV Army, everybody in the well. Of course, it is the last game of the season. We're going into the Foxes then, and hopefully Harry Kane can come back out with the golden boot. That's the plan today. But look, let's do the basics. Make sure you all have smashed the like on the stream. Make sure if you're new to the channel, you smash the subscribe on the channel. If you want to come on and share your opinions, make sure you press that join button and grab a membership and come on and have your say. Also, don't be afraid to get your super chats in. As you know, we always read out the super chats here, and it's a great way to show your support to the boys and to help the boys keep going and keep growing as well. It's a great way to share your opinions and your views as well. A couple of things first. Let's give Vamshi a shout out, new channel member. Let's give Chris a shout out as well, another new channel member. So big up you guys. Welcome to the We Are Tottenham TV Army there. It's great to have you on board as channel members as well. But look, of course, today we are away at the King Power Stadium. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. This show will be ending at 3:30 on the button, and then the boys will be taking you into the watch-along. The man in the middle is Anthony Taylor. The team news for you guys is Tanganga is out with ligament damage in his ankle. We also have Davies out with a calf injury, but is returning to light training. For Leicester, Harvey Barnes is out. James Justin is out. Evans is out, and Sengi's Under is out as well. So we have a lot of questions there. With Tanganga out, who's going to play right back? Does Bergwijn keep his place in the team ahead of Bale? You know, surely Winks will be dropped today, and either Lo Celso or Ndombele will be back in. So guys, everybody, let me know what you think. And of course, Harry Kane's could be Harry Kane's last game in the Tottenham shirt. So hopefully we can do the job for him today and come out with the golden boot. But let's not waste any time. Let's start bringing on the guests. We already have a jam-packed show here for everybody. So let's bring on the first guest. Let's see who we have on here now. Yes, Jack, my man, Jack Kanicki. How we keeping, man? Yeah, no, look, coffee's for winners, lad. Everyone has a coffee when they wake up in the morning. All winners do. I'm sure Harry Kane and Son do too. But Jack, are you pumped for today's game like me, man? Jack, you're frozen there. Your camera is frozen, so they're going to take you off and bring on another guest, and we'll get you back on. Sorry, guys, about that. Jack's camera was frozen. So, look, we'll waste no time. We'll bring on the next guest. And while we're bringing on the next guest, we have a super chat here from Dark Sung G21. Big up, Dark Sung G. And he says, let's go Southampton. Beat West Ham, please. Ings to score. No, 100%. I'd be running everybody. Actually, I'll run everyone through the permutations, actually, right now, before we get Simon in here. So, Spurs do need Southampton to beat the scam. My stream. No, I'm still going, I think. So look, Spurs need Southampton to beat West Ham today, and we also need to beat Leicester to get the Europa League spot on the goal difference. Leicester, we also need we need to win, and so we can finish above Arsenal, so we can avoid St. Tottenham's Day as well. That's also very crucial because we don't want that to happen after the season thereafter happen. And of course, we also, if Everton or Leeds win, they also have a chance of taking our spot in the Europa League conference. So we need to win today, and hopefully West Ham lose. If we win today and West Ham lose, that'll get us Europa League. If we win today and West Ham win, look, that'll get us to Europa Conference League. And Leicester are also looking for Liverpool and Chelsea to drop points so that they can take top 4. So there's a lot at stake for today's game. European places at stake. So both teams will be going whole hog for it. But look, sorry about that, guys, but we will start bringing on the guests again. Let's bring on the first guest.
Yes, David.
Simon, how are we keeping, my man?
Absolutely fantastic, David. And looking forward to the game. Absolutely. Tottenham just being Tottenham. That's all they'll be today, mate. Seriously. But all we can do, David, is back. It's to back the team today, and hopefully we end it with a win. I mean, we got to end it with at least something, David. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it needs to be a tough game today. Leicester's got more to play for than us. Or we've got the Conference League. I don't really fancy this European Conference League, me personally, David. But if I'll take that to finish above Arsenal, mate, I can't have them finishing above us today. That would be the speedy end off.
No, look, we can't. We have to avoid St. Tottenham's there because that'll be their biggest party this year, and we can't let them have it. In terms of Europa Conference League, though, Simon, look, like when I was a young lad out kicking a ball off the wall and on the estate, the boys would be out playing with me, playing a bit of football. All of a sudden, Tuesday and Wednesday evenings, they'd all dart inside, like, look, sorry, loser, we have to go inside. We're watching our team in Champions League or in European football. And I'd be left out on the estate playing on my own. It's probably why my first touch is so good, Simon. But, I would take any sort of Europe right now. I really would. I'd salvage the season with any sort of Europe. At the end of the day, as much of a mockery as people are going to make in the Europa Conference League, it's still a European trophy up for grabs. And if we're in it, I want to be in it to win it. But look, Simon, with Tanganga being out at right back, of course, he started the last couple of games under Mason. He's out with ligament damage. Do you expect to see Aurier or Doherty at right back today, man?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a question, David. To me, I'll give Doherty a go today. I'll go with Matt. I'll go with Matt Doherty today, David. I don't know what's wrong with Serge. I don't know if he's injured or we're close to selling him. I don't know what's going on with him. You know what I mean? It's all rumours at the minute, mate.
Well, they do reckon that we're close to selling them. So I think if he doesn't play today, it probably will tell you what we need to know, really.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, as I said, I just think it looks like that's the way, David. Looks like Serge is on his way out. So if that's the case, mate, we don't want someone who wants to leave the club. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather play Doherty today. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of him, but I'd rather have him over Serge today.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be very surprised. I know some people were saying maybe Lavinia, but I'd be very surprised. It's not the sort of game you throw Lavinia in today, especially with the European spots in the balance and finishing above Arsenal as well. But look, Simon, another player that started last week, I was very surprised with, and to be honest with you, I thought he was awful, was Harry Winks. Now, with Ndidi and Tielemans in the middle for Leicester, right, they have a lot of quality in there. And Ndidi will run all day breaking up play, but he's decent enough on the ball. But that Tielemans, he's quality, right? He's quality. Yeah. So, for me, we can't afford to have Harry Winks in there today. So, would you play Ndombele or Lo Celso in there beside Højbjerg?
That's another tough one. Tough one, Dave. To me, if you want someone who's got an engine who'll run for you, it'll be Lo Celso. I'll pick him over Ndombele. But if you want someone who's going to pick up the ball and drive at defence, it's going to be Tungi. So depends what we want. You know what I mean? And to me, in there today, there'll be a lot of running. Looks like there'll be a lot of running in there with Ndidi, Tielemans. I don't know who else is going to play in there as well. But me, I'll go with Lo Celso, me personally, David.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's a tough one, you see, because Lo Celso, look, he does provide a lot of energy in there, but sometimes his quality on the ball is questioned. But Ndombele doesn't provide as much energy, but is better on the ball. So it's a really tough one in there today. I suppose one of the two that goes in. Hopefully they just do the business. Another thing, Simon, Bergwijn, he scored a rocket against Villa, a very good goal, to be fair. Would you keep him in the team today, or would you bring Gareth Bale back in?
I'll bring Gareth Bale back in today, David. That's what I'll do. I'll bring Gareth Bale back in today. Me personally, the last game of the season, it's probably the last game we could probably see Bale, because what I've heard of Gareth Bale looks like he's wanting to go back to Madrid for next season and retire at the end of next season. So, me personally, I'll just give Bale a go today, and see how we go.
Yeah, so I'm torn on this one because with Gareth Bale, right, great going forward. You know, he can produce that spark. But working back today, which I will presume we will have to do at times, we will have to work back. Gareth Bale is not going to help out. So, again, it's another tough decision, Simon. You know, you have to weigh it up. Do you want that attacking quality or do you want someone that's going to work hard? It's tough. We have a super chat here from Wayne Bonner. He says, good to hear your voice is back, David. No, 100%, Wayne. It's, yeah, it was a bit hoarse this morning and that, lad, but don't worry about it, man. Harris, the big Harris, he's back. He's in full flow. Don't worry, man. Big up Wayne Bonner and everybody else. You know, keep getting your super chats in with your opinions on everything that's going on right now. Like Wayne Bonner has done and like Dark Sun G21 has done. Big up the two lads for the super chats. Really do appreciate it, guys. Simon, another thing I was thinking is with Ndidi and Tielemans in midfield, would there be a case for playing a 4-3-3 today to get legs in and around them, to get men in and around them, and hopefully try and dominate that midfield battle, or would you still play the 4-2-3-1?
That's a good idea, David. It really is a good idea. We probably can go back to a 4-3-3 and put Tanguy in there as well. So we've got Lo Celso and Pierre who will do the running and let Tanguy grab hold of the ball and make us tick in there. So that could be something as well, David. Yeah, I mean, I think what Mason's got to look at. I think Mason will go with the 4-2-1-3. I think how he'll go today, David. But I think that's quite a good idea, David. Put some extra legs in there, mate. It's going to be it'll be a tough battle in there today with Leicester. Absolutely tough battle. And I think that's where it's going to be won, mate, in midfield today. That's going to be the area. Yeah,
that's the area I'm picking out as well. Another thing, would you stick with Dele Alli in the centre attacking midfield role, or would you put Lucas in there? Because if you are going to play the 4-2-3-1, when we don't have the ball, you can get Lucas to drop in and just get his legs in and around, get his energy, and just get him to cause a nuisance. Would you play Lucas in there instead of Dele Alli today? Because then it means you can kind of out possession be a 4-3-3 and in possession go to a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I'll say I'm disappointed with Dele against Villa. He really wasn't on his game, really. And maybe as you said there, we're going to need legs in there today. And Mora, do you know what? I feel sorry for Mora this because every time he plays in that 10 role, David, he's been absolutely fantastic. He's done a job. He's come up with a couple of goals as well. Do you know what I mean? He's assisted as well. So yeah, I think that'd be quite a good option in there with Mora because he has got legs as well. He does put himself about a bit. So yeah.
No, 100%. And come here, do you think West Ham could slip up to Southampton today for us?
We've got so much going against us. We need favours from Southampton. We need favours. We need us to beat Leicester. Obviously, we need Palace. Oh no, was it? Yeah. Oh no, that's West Ham. Yeah, sorry. So we need Southampton to slip up, and we need to beat Leicester to get into that Europa League. But Leicester's got that Champions League to go for as well. You know what I mean? And is West Ham at home today, David? Is it West Ham at home to Southampton or?
Yeah, West Ham are at home. I think West Ham are at home. But look, they have Danny Ings. You never know what Danny Ings. He does love a goal, that guy.
They're at the fans as well. They have 10,000 fans behind them as well. You know what I mean? So that'll probably push West Ham on as well. That'll make a difference, I think, in there today. I just can't see Southampton winning today, David. I really can't. I can't see them doing us a favour.
Yeah, well, do you know what? I'm going to disagree with you, Simon. I'm always positive. I'm always optimistic. I do think West Ham might bottle it today. To be honest with you, it's just up to us whether we go and get the win. But look, with Leicester, they have, like I've said this time and time again, they do tend to peter out towards the end of the season, and you know it's kind of happened again this season. Of course, you know top four isn't in their hands. And after winning the FA Cup, do you think maybe there might be a bit of complacency and a bit of tiredness in there that we can exploit today?
It could be, David. It could be. But I expect Rodgers to get him going again, mate. I think Evans will be a massive miss at centre back. I think that he's been massive from this season. So that's probably an area we've got to attack from the off. We've got to get Kane and we've got to get Son into the game and attack that centre back position, because Evans is a massive part from. Fofana's done well. He's a terrific lad. But with Evans in there, mate, the experience. I mean, I think they're still missing today. But I think Rodgers will have them well drilled, well set up, and they know they got a glimpse. I mean, if they win and Palace do them a favour and beat Liverpool or even draw, they could get into that Champions League spot. So yeah, so I expect them to come out firing today, mate. I really do. I really do. I expect nothing else from Rodgers, from the Rodgers team.
Yeah, but with the way the last game went, right? In fairness, they did neutralise the threat of Son and Kane very well. They completely blocked up that left-hand side of the pitch, left the right-hand side exposed, knowing that we weren't producing down that side at the time. How do we get Kane and Son into the game today?
We need the guys. It depends who plays in midfield, David. It depends who plays in midfield, and this is what we'll say. If Moore does play in that 10, we need him to get onto the ball more, and then bring in Kane and Son into the game. And we need to go from defence to attack more and quicker. And what we've done over the previous games, or what we saw against Villa, and what we saw against Leeds, that's got to be quicker. But yeah, that's
surely you're not suggesting going back to the Mourinho way of pumping the ball up to Kane and him taking it under control and playing the boys in.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying we go back to that. I'm not going back to that, David. I'm saying we need someone in midfield.
I'm only winding you up, Simon. I'm only winding you up, my man. I'm only winding you up. But a player that we actually kind of do need to keep quiet today, and a lot of people aren't really talking about, is Iheanacho. The guy only got his first league goal in February, and he's already on 12 goals now. The guy is on fire. So not only do we have to neutralise Vardy, we have to neutralise Iheanacho somehow. Like, this is another thing. Would you play Eric Dyer and Toby again as a partnership? Or would you put Roden in there who has a bit more pace to be able to deal with the likes of Vardy and Iheanacho, especially with balls going in behind or balls coming in across the box? Because, you know, Dyer tends to be a flat-footed and caught flat-footed a lot. We need to be on our toes back there today to be able to neutralise them. So would you play Roden ahead of Dyer today?
You know what, David? I've heard. I saw that Roden's travelled with the team today, and I'll give Roden a start over Dyer today. Just like because he's got more pace than Dyer, and he probably can handle Iheanacho. But that's up to Mason if he wants to choose Roden. Me personally, I'll choose Roden over Dyer today, just to compensate looking after Iheanacho, because Dyer with Iheanacho's pace, he'll get left behind. Same as Toby as well. I mean, with all the experience, Toby is not the quickest as well. So I do think we need a runner in there. Because to me, Sanchez, you can put, but I prefer Roden over Sanchez. David.
Yeah, 100%. Well, look, Simon. You know, before I let you go, man, I want your biggest. I want your score prediction and then your biggest come on, you Spurs, and I want you to tell everyone why we need to be pumped for today's game.
All right. Do you know what, David? I have a couple of predictions over on a couple of channels. I've gone for Leicester win. I can't see us doing anything today. But do you know what? It's a pump up show, David. I'm pumped up for it, and I think we can win 2-1 Tottenham. I really do. And Kane, let's hope Kane gets this brace. Let's hope Kane just gets his golden boot, because he deserves it at the end of the day, David.
Yeah. No, 100%. Thank you so much, Simon. Look, I want to say it to you, the Harris Army and the WeAreTottenhamTV Army as well out there. You know, this is what the pre-match pump-up does. Simon came into the game predicting Tottenham to lose, and by the end of speaking to me, he's predicting Tottenham to win. This is what this show is all about. So come on, Simon. Absolutely brilliant. Simon for Premier Hotspur TV. Everybody get over and check it out at some stage when you get a chance. But Simon, give us your biggest come on, you Spurs, man.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, guys. Come on.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Simon. Bournemouth's answer to the fake taxi. He's a taxi driver in Bournemouth. Big up, Simon. I really do appreciate it, my man. What a legend, guys. What a legend. Just quickly, apparently Jonathan Veal has tweeted out that he didn't see Ndombele, Sissoko, or Aurier come off the team bus. So, you know, it kind of says a lot there. You know, that, like, look, Sissoko is probably on his way out, Aurier is probably on his way out, and I don't get what the story is with Ndombele. We have a super chat from Wayne Bonner. He says, let's smash those foxes and get the jobs done. Come on, you Spurs. No, 100% win. I agree. Look, we're going into the Foxes den today. You know what I mean? We need to go in there hungry. We need to serve them up some Tottenham Hotspur main course. You know what I mean? Absolutely stuff them and come back out with the 3 points today. That's what we need. But look, we're not going to waste any time. So we're going to move on. We're going to get the bun on next.
Yes,
so,
David.
Yeah.
How are you
doing? Big up, Danny. How are we keeping, my man?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Not too bad. I think the best thing for me today is the fact that I don't have to put up with more pain for a good couple of months with Tottenham. So I think that's what's made me a bit more happier, actually, today.
You know what? I was only speaking about this off air. You know, I am gutted the Premier League is coming to a close. As painful as this season has been at times, you know, there's nothing better than watching Harry Kane, Son, you know, running around with the white jersey on, with the blue shorts, and just, you know, with a smile on their face, playing a bit of football. You know, so it is going to be very disappointing. Just quickly to everybody out there, make sure you do smash a like on the stream and subscribe on the channel. If you want to come on and have your say, the link is in the community description for all you channel members to come on and have your say. Also, if you're not a channel member, press that join button and grab yourself a channel membership and come on and have a say. I want to see some of the faces behind the names before this season ends. You know, all you guys that are constantly in the chat, you're all legends. And also, guys, do not be afraid to get in your super chats with a question for the panel, with your thoughts, your views. And it's a great way to show your support for the channel as well. So don't be super chat shy, guys. Get them in. Danny, you know, Jonathan Veal there tweeted, no Aurier, no Sissoko, and no Ndombele. So does that mean Aurier or Doherty is in that right back?
Did you say no Aurier, no Sissoko, no Ndombele, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Doherty will play right back. I think that's kind of a given, to be honest. I mean, look, I think it's a telling story about Ndombele. I've got a funny feeling he's going to try to force a move this summer. I really do. I know we saw a couple of weeks ago about that hourglass thing that he posted on Instagram, and he disabled messages on it, comments on it as well. But do you know what? I feel with him, I think that he thought that when he was coming to Spurs, we were going to be a Champions League Champions League competing team. Like, we were going to be a team competing there. Now, this is the second season now we haven't had Champions League football. So, well, it will be the second season next year in a row. And for someone who was so good in the Champions League when he was at Lyon, that's where he made his name, really. And also the way the club is going, if Kane wants to leave, if he knows something that we all don't know about Kane as well, even though we can kind of guess bits on what Kane has said. I know he hasn't actually said he wants to leave, like officially he said it, but he's hinting it. It could be a domino effect with some of the players. Ndombele, I think, will probably be one of them, even though Levy won't want to sell him, just like he won't want to sell Kane or Son. But if they all turn around and say, I want to leave, I think Ndombele is one of the ones who they could potentially look to get money for, because there's clubs that will want him. I mean, they're gonna. It's gonna be a weird summer. It's gonna be very strange. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest. Because I said it to you just beforehand that if Kane leaves, we know that recruitment's like. I think if Kane leaves, it puts the club back another couple of years. And I don't normally agree with Jermaine Genius, right? I don't really like what he says a lot of the time. Sometimes he speaks sense, a lot of the time he doesn't. But what he said, if we do sell Kane, it's gonna be catastrophic for us, and I think it really will be.
Yeah. Well, look, Danny, you know, we have a whole summer to talk about Harry Kane. It's the pre-match pump up, so it's my job to get you up for this game. But before we do, we have a super chat from Tony89 Hal THSE. He says, "It's my birthday today. Hope we get the win. You know, hopefully we get the 3 points. So come on, you Spurs. You know, Tony, I want to say a big, massive happy birthday to you. The Harris Army, the We Are Tottenham TV Army, get in the comment sections and wish my man Tony a happy birthday. I hope you have a great
birthday.
day, and I hope we get the 3 points for you, man. And everyone else, follow Tony Sue and keep getting in those super chats, guys. But Danny, you know, Harry Kane today, right? He's going into the game. On the last games of the season that he's played, the season finale games, he has 7 goals scored in them, right? But he also has scored more goals against Leicester in the Premier League than any other team. So, and that he's got 14 goals and 11. Now, he is hunting down that golden boot today, right? You know, I reckon a brace would seal it for him today.
Yeah.
Do you think Harry Kane could come out with this golden boot?
I think today, right, if there's any other team he's going to achieve what he wants to achieve, it would be against Leicester because of the goals he scores against them. Now, I've said it before, and I've been saying this. I genuinely think Harry Kane's going to get an assist for himself by getting the penalty and scoring the penalty, and I think it's gonna help his assists and his hunt for that golden boot as well. I mean, for me, I think the man deserves the awards for both this season because he's just been truly phenomenal. He's gone up another level, and it'll be, if it is his last game, it'll be a brilliant send off for him to win it. Win both of them, to be honest, win both. And I just got a feeling that he's gonna get brought down in the box by someone, and then they're gonna give him the penalty, so get the assist, and then he'll score, But I think you're right, Dave. I think he's gonna get a brace today. Yeah,
I'm feeling confident too, my man. Look, we have a super chat from Mintu Lee. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It says, I really don't want another week of Winks and Delhi, especially on the last game of the season. Mintu Lee, look, I definitely don't want Winks. If it's the Celso and Delhi's in there, I could probably take that. But, yeah, no, I kind of agree what you're saying. You know, the two of them were too busy fangirling Jack Grealish last week. You know, asking, like, comparing shampoos, comparing hairsprays, comparing hairdressers. You know, every time they were near him and Jack bought a free kick off Winks, Winks was sitting there fangirling, oh, Jack, stop it now. Stop your play acting, Jack. Come on, Jack. You know what I mean? It was pure embarrassment. So on that basis alone, I definitely want to see Lo Celso in there today because that was embarrassing. I've never seen the likes of it before in football. I really haven't. You know, if that was Sunday League and someone was coming up to me doing that, I'd be telling them exactly where to go. You know what I mean? Or else I know straight away I have this guy in my pocket. He's too busy fangirling me. You know, and then we have another super chat here from Harry Williams says, come on, you Spurs. Big up, Harry. Come on, you Spurs. Let's do this. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys, and just keep getting them in. Keep them flowing. Danny, as well, what way would you like to see us play today? Do you think we're gonna be on the front foot and we're gonna go at it, or do you think maybe we need to kind of sit back, draw Leicester out, and try and catch them on the counter?
For me today, it's a difficult one, right? Because Leicester are a very good team on the counter as well, but the problem is, I don't think we've got the defenders to actually sit back and try counter them. So I think you've kind of got your best form of attack is best form of defense is to attack. Sorry. So I think they've got to put in some kind of effort today and actually just pass and move like the basics of football. I just want to see pass and move in today, and I want to see just free flowing attacking football, even though we might not get it. That's what I'd like to see today. I don't want to see them sitting back, scared like little babies. Like someone's got giving them a dummy and pat them on the back and say, there, child. Don't worry, you'll do all right. Do you know what I mean? So I just want them to be men today and not little boys.
Well, I'll tell you why it's very important to be men today. Everyone stay tuned. The lineups should be out in the next minute or two. But Danny, I'll tell you why we need to be men today, because we have to finish above the scum. Right? We have to finish above the scum. I'll take anything at this stage of the season right now. And finishing above them would mean absolutely everything to me. You know, but how important is it that we avoid saying Tottenham's Day today, Danny? I hate them, even mentioning them. I hate them.
Dave, man, honestly, I just think if there's anything we can do this season is just not finish below them, because if we do, I mean, they've had an absolute shocker of a season as well. If anything, they're probably worse. And if they finish above us, it really does tell how bad we've been this season. And I just don't want that to happen. I really don't. I mean, we've got to have something. I have to
stop you there, Danny. Lineups are out.
Lineups
are out. Yeah, they're out. So we have Hugo Lloris in goals. Doherty is at right back. Alderweireld and Sanchez at centre back. with Reguilon at left back, with a midfield partnership of Højbjerg and Winks, with Dele in the centre attacking midfielder, Bergwijn out on the right, Son out on the left, and Kane up top. So I'll read that out one more time for everybody. Lloris in goals, a back four of Doherty, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Reguilon. Midfield two of Højbjerg and Harry Stinks. Then we have Bob Marley, Bergwijn, Son and Kane completing the attacking force. Danny, so let's look Doherty in ahead of Tanganga with Tanganga's injury. We kind of expected that, to be fair. Big call. Sanchez ahead of Dyer. What do you make of that call, Danny? Is that to counteract Vardy in the natural space?
I think it is. I think that's probably why he's put him in there, because he's our fastest centre back. I can't think of any other reason why. I still just I'm glad he's taken Dyer out of the team, because he's been absolutely shocking since Mason's taken over. He's been probably one of the worst players, to be honest. So I'm glad I'm not seeing his face. I just hope Sanchez can give, like, you know what Sanchez is like? He gives you one good performance out of 15 or 20. So I hope this is one of those performances that he actually does an actual job, or he actually gets his money's worth today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he gets his money's worth today, that's fine, good. We can look to sell him in the summer, brilliant. But honestly, it doesn't fill me with too much joy. It just fills me a bit more joy than the fact that Dyer is not there. I mean, personally, I think all of us. I might speak for all of us, but I still would have preferred Rodon. Yeah. Because he's just an intelligent defender. He's intelligent. But yeah. Go on, Dave.
Just quickly, Danny. I have a super chat in there from Mintu Lee. Says this lineup gave me heartburn. No, 100%. You know, look, Rennie is the job for that. Mintu Lee. Get down and get yourself some Rennie before the game starts. Of course, look. The lineup, it is what it is. We have Wayne Bonner here with another super chat as well. Sanchez, Winks, and Ali. We're fucked already. No, 100%. Look, in a way we are. I don't get the Winks inclusion. I really do not get the Winks inclusion. I'll get Danny's thoughts on that quickly. But just quickly on the sub bench, we have Joe Hart, Joe Roden, Moon Boots, Lamella, Bale, Lucas, Scarlett, Vinicius, and is that Neil John, I think, on the bench as well. Nola Celso, Oren Dembele.
Well, on the bench?
I wonder why that is. That's very odd. That's very odd. I wonder if there's been a bit of disharmony in the camp. But Danny.
Oh, God.
Winks again in the midfield. You know, obviously, I know Mason's trying to do it, thinking that we're going to be on the ball and try and play on the front foot, but we're just not capable, and I'm not being funny. And Diddy is going to eat Winks up for dinner. You may as well put him in a Subway sandwich and just eat him, because Diddy's going to destroy him, honestly. But Danny, you know, it's been a pleasure, but I do have two other guests I need to get on. I have to finish at 3:30, man. So can I get your score prediction and your biggest come on you Spurs, and maybe a line or two to get them fans out there pumped up for this game?
I could be honest with you, I'm going to leave that pump up to you, Dave, because I'm definitely not in the mood for a pump up in terms of what I think. I don't think we're going to win today. I don't normally like to say it. I think after seeing that lineup and seeing who's on the bench, I mean, no Lo Celso, no Ndombele, and you've got Harry Stinks playing. I mean, mate, that's a recipe for disaster, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big scoring game. I said 2 days ago, 3-1 to Leicester. I think it's going to be something like 3-2 or maybe even 4-2 Leicester. I don't think we're going to win today, if I'm honest. But
look, Danny, I'm not letting you off here without giving a score prediction in favour of Spurs. Can't do it. It's called the pre-match pump up. You know, you have to be positive before you leave here. So give me a score prediction for Tottenham.
I'll say 2-1 then. I'll say 2-1. 2-1.
That's better. That's better. Danny, you know when you come on with me, you have to be slightly deluded, my man. That's better. That's what I'm talking about. But give me your biggest come on, you Spurs, before we get Cody Mack on.
Come on, you Spurs.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate you coming on, my man.
Cheers, Dave.
And thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Cheers.
What an absolute legend, guys. Danny Kiriakou, man. Absolute legend. Look, we have the almighty Spurs fan. Welcome to the Silver. Welcome to channel membership, my man. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, keep smashing that like button. If you're new, smash and subscribe on the channel. Also, keep getting them super chats in and keep grabbing them channel memberships. So not only can you join these pre-match pump-ups next season, but also for the post-match fan show that'll be running after the game, and also the fan shows that'll be running over the summer right through to next season with the two boys. So the channel membership is 1,000% worth it. I can guarantee you that. But look, let's bring on the main man himself, Cody Mack. Cody Mack. Cody Mack. How you keeping?
What's going on, David? Oh, I'm all right, man. You know, I think we're sick. I think we have an illness because it's like you said earlier, even though we've had such a miserable season and that I can't wait to see the back end of it. I know that I'll be sitting here next weekend wishing that I had a Spurs game to sit and watch and talk about. So I think we're just addicted. You know, we need an intervention, but man.
And is my show working? Have I got you coming on pumped up for the game, man?
No, look, I'm excited to talk to you. Let's put it that way. I'm always excited to talk to you, David. You know, you're one of the best in the business, and you've been dealt a tough hand here trying to get people excited in a season where we don't have much to be excited about. But you know, it's the last.
The most deluded fan qualifies to be able to do that, and that's me, Cody. That's me. But look, come here. We may as well get into the meat of what's going on. Let's give everybody what they want straight away, Cody. So we'll go straight into the lineup. Again, I'll call it out again for people. Ugal, for all their people that might be joining. Ugal, recent goals. Doherty at right back. Alvarez, Sanchez, and Reguilon complete the back four. Højbjerg and Weeks in the centre with Dele, Bergwijn, Son, and Cade. Now, Cody, there's a lot to pick out here. So we have Doherty at right back, which I think we kind of knew was going to happen anyway with Tanganga's injury. Sanchez being played over Dyer is a big one. Winks keeping his place in the starting 11 is a massive one. But then Bergwijn ahead of Bale again. What do you make of all this, Cody? What's going on? Good. Are you pumped by this team? Are you a bit nervous? Are you a bit apprehensive? And everybody else, let me know with your super chats. Whether you're pumped, excited, nervous, what do you make of the starting lineup? What do you make of No Lo Celso, No Ndombele on the bench? Let us know your thoughts. But Cody, honestly, where do we start with the starting lineup?
I would say the starting lineup makes me a little bit apprehensive and a little bit confused. You know, it makes you wonder what is going on behind the scenes at this club right now, because as far as I know, I don't think Lo Celso is injured. I don't think Ndombele is injured. You've got Harry Winks starting again and Niall John backing him up. It's an indictment of these players that have been left out of the squad. You have to think that some of these players have been left out so as not to risk injuring themselves in an effort to get them out of the club. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. You got to think Aurier's gone. You got to think Sissoko is gone, and you have to think that Ndombele might be gone too if all the noise going on around Ndombele is true. But I mean, generally, if you look at this lineup, it's not very good. It's not very good. You know, Doherty's been terrible all season, and he hasn't played at all. Alderweireld, you know, he's their best center back right now, unless you think Rodon is better. Sanchez hasn't got a sniff since Ryan Mason took over. Reguilon has been atrocious, but we don't have a backup. Højbjerg is run ragged. Winks can't attack. He can't defend. Dele is lazy. Bergwijn runs around, and he showed some flash there last week. I don't know why he was substituted. And then, of course, you've got God-level elite talent in Kane and Son. So,
yeah,
I don't know. No, it almost Dyer's dropping from the squad might suggest that we might try and play an attacking style, you know, to get a little bit more speed. But, you know, as soon as we know that Sanchez really struggles with players who get those runs in behind if we play a high line. So this could be a field day for Jamie Vardy and Iheanacho. So, yeah, I'm apprehensive and I'm confused, and I really just want this season to be over at this point.
Well, look, Dara sent in a super chat. I think he's feeling the same way. He just said, just when you think it couldn't get any worse. You know, big up Dara for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Everyone else, keep getting your super chats in. Let us know your opinions. But, you know, maybe one thing Ryan Mason was listening to me before he put out the starting lineup was bringing in Bergwijn ahead of Bale so that, you know, we have that work rate on the right-hand side. And maybe bringing in Sanchez, bringing in that bit of pace, even though I wanted Rodon, but bringing in that pace to counteract Iheanacho and Vardy's pace in behind. But not only that, when the balls are coming into the box, Dyer's very flat-footed. You know, at least Sanchez would be nimble and try and get in the way of stuff. So maybe Ryan Mason has been listening to the pre-match pump up beforehand. You know, I know there's
David.
a campaign out there for people to get me in the dugout in the hot seat. So
David,
you know,
David, there's
maybe
no
people
way.
tune
There's
in.
no way he would listen to what you have to say and then put Harry Winks in there. There's no way. You know what I mean? But I
Look,
think
maybe that's just a player he won't budge on because look, Harry Winks playing is clearly to try and get him a spot in the Euros. That's all that is. He wants one of them 3 extra spots available. But I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Harry, but it's not happening. It's not happening, Harry. You know, you've more chance of going on holiday to Spain than you do playing in the Euros. That's what I say to you, Harry. But look, Cody,
when it comes
to why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery. Ndombele has been an enigma as far as why he's been left out, and he's had those moments on social media that have been questionable. He's been, I mean, geez, you have to admit that despite possessing clear talent, this guy has been a complete bust for us so far. You know, like he can't run. You know, he can't stay fit. He can't. He has so much talent. The guy is like a human highlight reel when he's on it, you know, but he's just so inconsistent. And I just don't know if he's suited to Premier League football. And I know that's like an easy thing to say about any player that comes into the Premier League and can't hack it. But the reality is when Ndombele is on his game, he's very difficult to dispossess. And sometimes the only way to get the ball off him is to make a hard tackle. And I just see that I think that the turning point for Ndombele's season was that first match against Zagreb at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, because he took about 12 really hard tackles. And the next game after that was the North London Derby, and he was completely invisible. Yeah. And he's basically been invisible since then, you know. So, but when it comes to Gareth Bale, I think he's probably just said, you know what, guys, I don't want to be in the starting lineup. I don't want to risk getting injured before Euros. I've got as much fitness as I'm going to get. You know, I don't want to risk it at this point. So, I mean,
yeah, 100%.
We've just got.
I couldn't agree more. Just a couple of super chats to get through here, Cody. They're flying in. Jordan Stevens says that lineup sums up how I feel about this season. I like to stay positive, but I think we're going to get slapped. Look, Jordan, you know, let's put that defeatist attitude away for just this last game of the season. Look, even though I probably feel the same, you know, let's just put it aside. Let's go into this game confident. And let's believe that we can win, and let's sing the boys to victory over 90 minutes. Big up for the super chat though, Jordan. I hope you're keeping well, my man. I hope you're all good. Super chat here from Dark Sun G21. He says, I don't want to see Coco today. I'd rather the youth. So he doesn't want the Mellet playing. That's 100%. That's fair enough. And then we have a super chat here from Cookie Crusher. No message, just a super chat. So big up, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And everybody else, keep getting them super chats in with your opinions, with your thoughts on the lineup and everything else going on. And it's a great way to support the channel as well. Cody, Harry Kane coming out with the golden boot today. What do you think?
Yeah, I certainly hope so. You know, like he fully deserves to get some personal accolades this season. And
yep.
You know, we already saw that, you know, he didn't nab that Player of the Year award. I just think this guy, I mean, even just within our own organization, he's only been our Player of the Year, once? It's been, this man deserves some respect. There's no way that you can look at the statistics sitting on top of the goal chart, sitting on top of the assist chart. I know that we haven't had a good season as a team, and I really hate that individual performance sometimes doesn't get the recognition that it deserves because of where the team finishes. You know what I mean? Like Ruben Diaz winning that Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope that he certainly gets it for himself. You know, if it's the reality is, it's quite possible this is the last game we'll see Harry Kane in a Tottenham shirt. It's not something that I want to be talking about or considering, but it is a reality. So that's that. If you're disillusioned about the season like most people are, and there's that's one reason to get yourself hyped up for this game is, you know, let's see a classic Harry Kane performance here.
Yeah.
Let's see him nab that golden boot. He deserves it. He deserves everything he gets. You know what I mean?
No, 100% he does. 100%. I fully agree. You know, but I think he'll bang a brace today, Cody. I have a sneaky suspicion. But look, Cody, you know, I do have 2 more guests I need to get on, and I have to be finished at 3:30 for the boys to go ahead. So thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it, Cody. You know I love chatting to you, my man. And also, I want a score prediction off you. I want a line maybe to get everybody pumped up, and then the biggest finish on the biggest come on you Spurs.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll give you the prediction that comes from my heart, because the one from my head isn't one anybody wants to hear. But I'll say that it's 2-1 to Spurs, a Harry Kane brace, a late winner, and all the other results miraculously go in our favor for once. It's our turn to have a miracle Sunday on the last day of the season. Wet Spam are going to choke it. Arsenal are going to bottle it. We're going to finish in a Europa spot. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Seagulls. Come on, you Saints. Coys.
Come on, glory. Big up, Cody. Absolutely love it, my man. Thank you so much for your time, and I really do appreciate it. That's Cody Mack, boys. He's an absolute Spurs legend. Thank you so much to Cody. We have a super chat here, but while I read out the super chat, let's waste no more time and let's get on Simon Cohen. We have a super chat from Mark MC 1890. Ndombele isn't in the France squad, so there's no way he's staying this summer. That's a fair point to make. That is a fair point to make, my man. And Stefan Blois says, Eden Terzic, the manager from Dortmund, is made for us all. So you want the guy in from Dortmund. Good shout, my man. Good shout. Thank you so much to you guys for the super chats, and everyone else. Keep getting them in. Make sure you have smashed the like on the channel, and subscribe if you're new, and grab that channel membership for the post-match fan show as well. But look, Simon, how are we keeping, my man? What do you make of the starting lineup?
Is today May the 23rd, or is it April the 1st? Because looking at this lineup, it seems like it's April the 1st. It's a joke of a lineup.
Yeah. Harry Winks retains his place. Davinson Sanchez in ahead of Dyer. Look,
that's correct.
I'll just read out the lineup one more time. Lloris in goals, Doherty at right back, Alderweireld and Sanchez complete the centre-back partnership, Reguilon at left back. We have the Viking in the middle along with Harry Stinks. We have Bob Marley, Bergwijn out on the right, Son out on the left, and Harry Kane up top. Simon, you know, Bergwijn in ahead of Bale. We also have Winks retaining his place. And then Sanchez in ahead of Dyer. Are you surprised by that lineup?
I'm surprised Winks and Sanchez are playing, because Sanchez will be probably going next season. Why is he playing? And he's got a right ricket in him, hasn't he? Especially with Vardy up against him, because he's probably bring Vardy down for a penalty. So I don't know why Sanchez is playing. Roden should be playing.
Maybe he brought on Sanchez to counteract Vardy and Iheanacho's pace?
Well, yeah, possibly, but he's got a ricket in him, hasn't he? I'd rather just give. If Sanchez is going to be going next season, let's look at it like that. Sanchez will be going, so why don't they just give Roden a chance and just see how he gets on in the last game of the season up against Iheanacho and Vardy? Because Sanchez, I don't trust that bloke one bit. I really don't. And as for Winks, that's another Levy. You know, what's the name? Levy wants to play Winks, so I don't know why Levy doesn't manage the club. That's looking at the lineup, it's like a Daniel Levy lineup, isn't it?
No, it is. Gone away from the days of David Ginola, Simon, huh?
Well, yeah, you're right. But this what's happened to Ndombele? What's happened there?
I don't know. No Ndombele, no Lo Celso on the bench. It's a bit strange for me. I'm not sure. Maybe one of them picked up a last-minute injury. Maybe there's an illness there. But for me, if it's not, it's definitely a bit of unsettlement in the camp. We have a super chat here from Scorpion Fan for Life. That lineup is wrong yet again. So disappointed in the management. I wasn't a Mourinho fan, but honestly think we would have finished stronger with him. Yeah, look, 100%. I fully agree. Everyone knows my opinions on Mourinho, and you know that I was always a blamer of the players. Dark Sung G21 with another super chat. Mr. Passion and Sanchez playing together gives me terrible flashbacks to 3-3 West Ham. Oh, don't do it, Dark Sung G. Do not do that to me, my man. He says, I hope there is no own goal today. Whenever Mr. Passion plays, oh my God. Yeah, look, or whenever Mr. Passion plays, there's no goal. 100%, 100% Dark Sung G. I couldn't believe you done that to me, my man. I couldn't believe you brought out flashbacks of the West Ham. But look, Simon, do you think maybe we could end the day in a Europa League spot?
Possibly, we could do it. But like I said, we could win and other teams could win, and we just don't know how this is going to pan out. We really don't. But we could beat Leicester, but I'm not putting my money on it at all. It'll probably be a bottle job again.
Even though Harry Kane scores more goals against Leicester than he does any other Premier League team, he's got 14 and 11 against Leicester. He's chasing down the golden boot. You still don't think there's a possibility that maybe even Harry Kane could single-handedly drag us over the line?
Well, he can do, yeah. There's a strong possibility Kane can do it. Kane can get a couple, 2 or 3 goals if all goes to plan. But like I said, looking at that, the centre partnership of Alderweireld and Sanchez, and up against Vardy and Macho, I don't really, I haven't got much hope at all really, because Leicester, Leicester will score goals today. Look at their midfield they've got as well. Our midfield's very weak compared to what Leicester have got. And what with Dele Alli playing instead of Mora, don't get that either. Mora should be playing for his legs. Ali's just to be posing around, worrying about his hair as normal. This lineup today, it should be a stronger lineup than that for the last game of the season. It really should.
Are you worried about Are you worried about the midfield partnership of Højbjerg and Winks up against Diddy and Tielemans today?
I am indeed. They're Leicester. I think that's their strongest part of the team is their centre midfield. They're very good in the centre midfield, and what with Winks playing says it all, really, doesn't it? Up against was it Tielemans and who plays alongside Tielemans for Leicester?
Wilfred and Diddy. Very good player. Very good ball winner.
And we've got Winks. So says it all, really, doesn't it? Winks playing, Sanchez playing. All right, I get Bergwijn playing instead of Bale because Bergwijn would be up and down, up and down. Bale wouldn't give you 90 minutes of being up and down. So with Bergwijn playing, I get that. Son and Kane, get that. But Lo Celso is
not only that, Simon. With Niall John on the bench, he's our kind of only centre midfielder on the bench, really. So unless he comes on, it looks like Winks and Højbjerg should probably be getting a full game.
Probably. Bring it on. Really not looking. I'm really not looking forward. Like I said, we could win. We could do. We've got the firepower, but Sanchez, Winks, Dele Alli posing around. Like I said, I'd like to see more of play. I don't know what's happened to Lo Celso. Is he injured, ill, or what? Lo Celso. What's happened to Lo Celso?
I haven't heard anything. Simon. But look, despite the starting lineup, despite it or not, it's the last game of the season. Let's go in believing, Simon. Let's go in believing we can get the win. Let's believe that West Ham will slip up against Southampton and we'll get Europa League. If not, if we win today, we will get the Conference League. And most importantly, Simon, I know, like an old codger like you, my man, that you definitely want to be avoiding St. Tottenham's Day.
Well, I don't want Arsenal finishing above us. God forbid. That would really all muck up my weekend. I can't put up with Arsenal finishing above us. I don't want that. I do not want to see that lot above us again. We won't need the last of it from now at the start of next season. I really don't
100%. I fully agree with you, man. Look, but hopefully the missus lets you sit down and watch the game in peace. No parties this weekend, no, Simon?
No. She's sitting on the couch now looking at the screen, watching me on there. So she's sitting there looking at the screen, watching me make a right fool of herself. So
Hello, Mrs. Cohen. How are you? I hope things are well. And make sure you look after my lookalike David Ginola for me.
Yeah.
Make sure you do. But
when the season's over, I can spend a bit more time with her.
No, you won't be able to, lad. You'll be on my channel, so you will. You won't be able to. Sorry, Mrs. Cohen. I'm sorry to put a dent in your hopes this summer. But Simon, look, I do have one more guest I have to get on, and I have to end. I've been instructed I have to end on at 3:30. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. I want to say thank you for coming on and supporting the pre-match pump-ups every week. Before you go, I want your score prediction. I want you to give everyone a line on why they should be pumped up and end on the biggest come on you Spurs.
Spurs to win 2-1, Kane to get both goals, to get the golden boot. And all I can say is come on, your Spurs. And Enoch, just leave our club, please.
Big up, Simon. Big up, Simon. Absolutely love it. Come on. Let's get the win for Simon. We want the win for Simon. That's what we want. I want to see that big smile on his face. Big up, Simon. He's been an absolute legend of a guest. He's been a true gentleman. Brilliant guest. But look, let's waste no more time. Let's squeeze our main man in, Josh, from Spurs Debate TV. Let's squeeze him in before we end off the show. Josh, how are you keeping, my man?
I'm all good, David. I'm all good, mate. I had to come on to support you, big man. I'm waiting outside a pub. And I'm waiting. The boys are waiting for me. We've got a table. We've got drinks. We're hoping to finish above Arsenal, mate. That's the only bit of hope we've got left in this last game of the season, going into the summer. I still want to see every Arsenal fan and say, mate, we finished above you 5 seasons in a row, or whatever it is now. I think it's 5 seasons, and that's the only bit of pride. That's the only bit of pride I've got left, David, as a Tottenham fan, is finishing above the mighty. Well, I say the mighty. Well, they think they're mighty, mate.
How the mighty have fallen, more like.
The miserable. The miserable, you know, I mean, look, listen, we're in the shits. Let's be honest, as a club, we're in the shits. But, you know, I just want to be able to stand there and say, you know, we finished above them again. That's all that's left of this season, David. It's so bad. It's so shocking, mate. The way we performed against Villa, what chance have we got today, really, mate? And I've told all my Arsenal fans, you know what? If we don't finish above you, my phone's going to be off. So don't even bother trying to ring me. Do you know what I mean?
But look, Josh, here at the pre-match pump-up, you know me, we always believe. Even the bigger the odds stacked against us, the more I believe. I don't know why that is, but the more I believe. But no, honestly, look, you know, as sad as it may be, some people may say it is, you know, at least the main thing is just if everything goes to pot, just finish above Arsenal. You know what I mean? Because the last thing you want is them crowing all summer long, you know, peacock chesting, you know, giving it to Spurs fans. And to be honest with you, I'd be so happy to see them with no European football next year. You know, after all the shit they've been spouting, I'd be so happy to see them with no European football. But look, Josh, starting lineup. We'll get your quick thoughts on the starting lineup. What do you have you seen the starting lineup? Do you want me to read it?
I've seen it, David. I'm in shock. I'm in shock, mate. Winks for me, and I know you're the same, mate. Defensively, he hasn't got enough. Attacking wise, I don't see enough for him. I don't even think he's a DM, Dave. I don't even think he's a DM, mate.
I don't know where to play him, though, Josh. I don't think he's suited to the middle whatsoever.
Bench. You play him on the bench because now what you do is you play him in Europa League, you play him in the early cup rounds, and he's a pure squad man that comes in and there's a utility job, just to keep the game ticking along when you're 2-3-0 up, or if you need to throw something in at the last minute. But for me, he's not a starter. He's not a starter against Leicester away. He's not a starter when you need European football, and he's not a starter when you need to finish above Arsenal. So for all those reasons alone, let alone his ability, he shouldn't be starting today. But for him to be there, you know, you think about it, right? When Iheanacho and Vardy and Luke Thomas and even what's his name on the other side, their midfield, you got Tielemans, Maddison. All these guys are going to be having fun around that sort of 25-yard, 30-yard area. And you got Winks there. He's going to get turned. He's going to get twisted. You can't really tackle, right? He hasn't got much strength, aerial ability. He hasn't got anything really to defend. And they're going to have fun with him. Leicester could actually beat us 4-0, 5-0 because of Winks. And then to top it up, and I'm sorry to say this, I know he's your fellow countryman, Doherty's going to be there. You know, headless chicken. Who's going to cover that right back side with Winks and Doherty? You know, poor players. You're going to have Alderweireld singled out on his own. And I see a lot of pressure coming from that right side from kickoff, mate. I see a lot of attacks coming down that side. The other side, you've got Sanchez with pace and aerial ability, I guess. You've got Reguilon, who needs to have a disciplined performance. And you've got Hotspur. But on that right side, Bergwijn's going to have to drop back massively to help out Winks.
Do you agree with that inclusion ahead of Bale, Josh?
Look, it's a difficult one. You know, when you've got to win and the opposition's going to come at you, they need 4 goals. They're going to come all out gung ho. We're going to see Leicester come at us, right? You want to pick them off with Son and Bergwijn, and if Bale was in there, he would be your ideal person to pick them off. But the problem is that with Doherty at right back, how can you put Bale? It's Arsenal part 2. So for me, he had to put Bergwijn. His hands were tied on that because of Doherty. So I don't blame him for that. But what I do blame him for, because let's be honest, you know, there's no right back to start. So you have to play Bergwijn. But to put Winks instead of Lo Celso or Tanguy, I'm shocked to make. Maybe he's putting Winks in the shopping window, you know, to try and get performance out of him to get another 2-3 million. That's why maybe it's a Daniel Levy decision.
No, I hope so. But look, Josh, honestly, thank you so much for coming on. But I do have to end it so that the boys can get on. And I don't want to be holding up your food going cold or your beers going flat, my man. But look, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you coming on and supporting, man. I know the Harris Army and the We Are Tottenham TV Army are delighted to see your face again. But look, before I let you go, give me your score prediction. Give me a line to get us pumped up and your biggest come on, you Spurs.
I'm going 9-1 to Leicester. Nah, I'm going. Look, I've got to support my team, right? Come on, I've got the hat on. I've got the hat on today. The lucky hat. The lucky hat's gonna go with 3-2. Come on, you Spurs! Come on!
Come on. Big up,
Come
Josh.
on.
Absolutely love it. Josh, you go and enjoy your day out, man, with your food and your pints. I'm not going to lie. I'm jealous. Nothing's really open up over here yet. So you go and enjoy your day, my man. And thank you so much for coming on. Big up, Josh, guys. What an absolute legend. We have a quick super chat here from Dark Song G21. Says, how did Mr. Passion come to the first team? Yeah, look, I don't know, but as whatever we think about Winks, let's just get behind them for the 90 minutes. Everyone else, just quickly while I give the closing lines out, feel free to get in a couple of super chats to show your appreciation for the pre-match pump up. But look, we're gonna end it off here, guys. So we are going to end off here. I want to say a massive thank you to you, the guests, for coming on and sharing your opinions. I want to say a massive thank you to all the super chatters out there that keep supporting this channel, keep supporting this show, and that really is helping the show take off. I want to say a massive thank you to the We Are Tottenham TV lads, Ben and Sim, for giving me this opportunity. I want to say a massive thank you to all the boys in the background who helped put this show together and helped make it happen. It's been an absolute amazing show. If someone asked me when I started my YouTube journey back in October, would I be sitting here today? I would have laughed at you. So I want to say a massive thank you to everybody, especially you, the Harris Army, the We Are Tottenham TV Army out there that continuously make these shows happen. It's been insane. It's the last game of the season. I've been the Irish Hotspur. If you've liked what I've had to do here, get over and check me out at the Irish Hotspur. But most importantly, stick around with the boys, where they're going to bring you more reaction to the starting lineup, where they bring you right through the game, through the post-match show. I've been the Irish Hotspur. It's been a great journey, and hopefully we'll see you back here next season. Come on, you Spurs. We're going into the Foxes then. We're going to come out 2-1 victors, and West Ham are going to slip up today, and we will end up in Europa League spot. Come on, you Spurs, and see you all later, guys.